Welcome back to the floor of the CME Group here in Chicago, January 26th, FOMC Day. Get ready, baby. It's going to be a big day. 1:15, we'll be rocking and rolling. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. Treasury Curve is an institutional money market portal. We assist firms in their overnight cash management. You know, a lot of things going on right now. This is a hot docket. Look at last night, State of the Union, Obama. And, you know, I'm not a political guy, I'm a trader. But how do we trade that speech last night? You know, get me at the Killer on my Twitter or comment on this video. But a lot of things were brought up, a lot of different issues. You know, typically any president, Democratic or Republican, wants to put as many issues out there and see how many get resolved. But the one thing that kind of stood out in my mind last night, he said the stock market has recovered. And to go back to W, you know, W hung that banner up that said mission accomplished. So is that kind of a tell? You tell me. But I think, you know, with FOMC today, we're looking at the language, you know, the language that they change, they put in, or they add, but the timing of the tightening, there's so many little details and such minute little twists that people are looking for to see how we react. So currently, right now, off of the State of the Union, we're seeing a nice bid in the market. You know, we just touched up 1296 in the S&P, and people are feeling pretty good with the Dow above 12,000. Sensational. We're essentially 80% higher off the lows in the Dow Jones. 80%, folks. You know, I like to talk about the Magnificent Mile here in Chicago. You know, Michigan Avenue, that Magnificent Mile, and ever since December 1st, the bulls have just been trotting up and down the Magnificent Mile. It's just been a phenomenal run for these bulls. But the question coming at hand is, are the bulls going to do a U-turn and walk up the other side of the block of the Magnificent Mile, or are they going to take a break and let this market correct a little bit? So we'll see how this pans out. 1:15 today, very key. Let's drill down a little bit in the treasuries. You know, a lot of supply this week, folks. 121.06 is the pivot I tweeted out this morning. We kind of got above it, rocked underneath it, made a new low here this morning. Above 121.12, I think there's a chance we can really move, but right now we're kind of stagnant. You're seeing this market, this treasury is kind of finding a little bit of a range bound. The 10-year 120.12 is that pivot, so be mindful of this. All bets are off the table at 1:15, so be mindful. SPOO, 1286, 1296. We went up to the high yesterday, was 1296 and a quarter. We just went up there now and tested it and came off a little bit. So I don't think we're going to see too much more movement prior to this statement, but nonetheless, you have to be mindful. We have some resistance, some trend line resistance at 1309. And underneath that 50-day, way down, is at 1239. But I think we have to realize that as quickly as come up, we can come off just as fast. And we saw the reverse of that, how long it took to go down, how quickly it came up. So there's going to be a lot of movement today. Be nimble, be quick. You know, the euro currency, let's look at the currency right now. The US dollar index is at 10-week lows. It's just been a sensational move up. You know, that euro currency is up 9 cents in 2 weeks. 9 cents. That's a pretty historic move we've seen. And I think the 100-day now coming in at 134.33. And the 200-day coming down at 130.87, substantially lower. But due to the fact we came up so quickly, we could go down there and test that. You know, and I think it's borderline, you know, outlandish to say, but the 200-day, you know, that can be hit, folks. You know, things in Europe have been put on pause. Nothing's truly been resolved. Yes, China's come in committed to buying. Yes, Japan's come in committed to buying paper. Yes, Russia. All these have come in to commit, but remember, the TARP funds here, we committed to support all these financial firms, and we still saw some major breakdowns in the stock market post-TARP commitment. Good luck today. Be nimble. From the floor of the CME Group, I'm the Killer. Remember, be the hammer, not the nail.